Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to my studio. Well, today we're going to be doing another stamping technique. Now this one, well, it's called masked stamping, but I really suppose it should be called masked inking. And I'll show you what I mean as we go along. So I'm just going to do a small sample. I think this is about a 4 or 5 inch square. I didn't measure it. But again, the measurement isn't important. It's the process that is the key thing here. Now I have just hand cut a mask. I was going to do it with a die, but where my dies are, I'm having a bit of a sort out and I can't actually get to them because there's a pile of stuff on top of them. So I've just hand cut a circle. It's not perfect, but it really doesn't matter. And the size doesn't matter as long as it's smaller than the piece that you're inking onto. So, okay, let's just have a look just to see if we can get an idea. So this is marginally under 5 inches square, maybe 4 3/4, something like that, and my circle is about 2.5. So if you say 5 inch square and 2.5 circle, you should be about right. Or you could do 6 and 3. It's really up to you. The size, as I say, really doesn't matter. So to keep this in place, I've got a piece of washi tape, and all I've done is just an ordinary strip of washi tape. And what I'm going to do, I wouldn't suggest using double-sided tape because it might tear your paper. I'm just going to fold it over in a loop, if it'll stay, like that. And I'm going to stick that onto there, like, oh, it's not going to stay today. Okay, if it doesn't stay, I'll just grab another piece, it's not a problem. And I'm going to put that roughly in the middle. Now we don't want it to stay there forever, it's just a temporary stick to mask out the centre. So we're going to put that there. Now I am going to use 2 tones of a pinky red, I suppose you call it. So my first one is going to be picked raspberry. And again, the colours don't matter, it's the process. So the sizes and the colours really don't matter for this. And I'm going to try to avoid my table squishing, which I'm probably not going to do, but never mind. So just load your brush up. I'm using a blending brush. You can use some kitchen towel if you haven't got a blending brush. And what we do, try and make sure that your mask doesn't move. If you haven't got anything to hold it down, just hold it down with your fingers. Start on the mask like that and just sweep out like that. And I would strongly suggest that you put some backing paper or some scrap paper down, otherwise you're going to get ink all over your desk. And just keep doing that. It doesn't matter how roughly or strongly, the strength of the ink is really up to you. And you can use more than one colour if you want to. I thought we'd keep it simple today. I know in the last one we used several, I think we used about 6, but I'm going to keep things simple today. And we're just going to use one colour. I'm just going to swap over. And we're going to go all the way around, which is why I've only done a small one, so it won't take too long to do. So with all these inking processes, we'll do the process in real time. All these techniques, we'll do the process in real time so that you can see it building up. So I think that's probably about enough by now. So later on I'll go and wash my brush. And then what you do, when you lift your mask, you are left, now that should lift because it didn't go down very well, so you are left, apart from an inky fingerprint, you are left with a clean image in the middle. And that's what you're looking for this masked technique. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for a nice clean centre. So now what we do, I'm just trying to put the lid back on, and I'll put that over there. Now what we need to do, well, actually that can stay there. We need to bring in our stamping platform, because the next thing we're going to do is, first of all, get that out of the way. I'm going to put this, and I do strongly suggest you use a stamping platform for this, because it's the only way, unless you're extremely clever, it's the only way you're going to guarantee that you get your image exactly where you want it. So I'm just going to hold it down. We don't really need all 4, but as they're there. Now, I'm just going to wipe my stamp over my hands because this is a new stamp. I could use an eraser, but I haven't got one out. So this is a new one. So I'm just going to, by new, I mean I've not used it before. So I want my image in the middle. Now you could have other images coming out. For example, you could have leaf images coming out beyond your masked area if you want to. You can make, it's one of those that you can make it as simple or as delicate or as intricate as you like. But for this one, we're going to keep it simple. So you put your image where you want it, and we're going to just close the lid, pick it up and ink it up. Now I'm using picked raspberry for this, a nice bright pink. We may have to do this a couple of times. If we do, of course, with a stamping platform, that's no problem. We can do that. I would never be without my stamping platform now. So we're just going to press it down, hold it for a few seconds to allow the ink to transfer onto the paper or the card. Have a look. That's not too bad. I think we'll do it just once more. So that's not too bad actually, but we will just give it another press. So just hold it down for a few seconds, that's all it needs. Make sure you've got a nice flat surface because that will help with your stamping images as well. And you have a beautiful image. Now, I'm not going to take it any further than that. The only thing I will do is slide the magnets off, because then all you've got to do, you can colour this in if you want to, and I might do later on. But for now, I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to take that out. I'm trying to take it out without getting ink fingerprints on it. And for now, I'm going to slide that to one side. And then all I've done is I've made a very rough card base, about a 5x5 card base. And all you need to do is lay or stick, I won't stick it down now, but all you need to do is lay that down like that. If you want to, as I say, you can colour in your images. You could add a couple of leaves if you want to between the flower petals, which again I might do, but for now I'm going to leave it like that because it'll just show you the basics of how we actually do this process. Now, if I can do it quickly without taking too much time up. Now, my pens are right behind me. Hang on. Right, I'm coming back. Crafter's prerogative. I've changed my mind. I'm going to grab some colours. Right, let me just turn my chair around and I am back. So what we could do, just to show you what this would look like, I changed my mind. If I'd have thought about this before, I'd have got the pens out before I started the video, but they're just behind me. So all you need to do, if you want to see what this looks like once it's coloured in, these are just alcohol markers. I've no idea what colour it is. It's just a pink. Actually, I don't think that these are the Crawford and Black ones. I don't think they have colour names or even numbers. No, they don't. So, but all you need to do is just colour it in like that. So, which coincidentally coordinates quite nicely with the rest of it, which was pure luck because I just picked up the first two colours that I thought would be appropriate. And if you wanted something a bit different in the middle, I've just got a yellow here, which I'm going to put there like that. So that was totally unplanned. So there you go. That's what your image would look like if you coloured it in, which actually makes all the difference, I think. So there you go. There is our masked, well, it's, as I say, it's called masked stamping, but it really should be called masked inking. So that's that one. And I will be back on Tuesday with another. We're going to continue with this stamping technique, stamping and inking technique. So I will be back on Tuesday now with another one for you. So enjoy your weekend, whatever you're doing, and I'll catch up with you on Tuesday. And until then, take care, everybody. Thank you for watching. And as always, happy crafting. Bye-bye for now.